the Joneses.
Check, check, 1, 2.
Hey, that's good.
Check, check, 1, 2.
That's on.
Oh, it is? Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Unity Spiritual Center. And for those online, welcome as well. Thank you for joining us today. I'd like to introduce myself as the host. My name is Joanne McGuire, and here is my co-host, Linda Toden.
Thank you. And I would like to welcome Joanne. Thank you so much for being my platform person today. My
Surprise.
Partner in crime. Great.
She's David,
I'm David. Yeah.
otherwise known as Linda.
I would like to introduce our prayer chaplain for today, Lucy Croker, who is right over here. She is available for prayer right after the service upstairs in the prayer room. There is a prayer request box right here. So if you know anyone that you know needs prayer, or if you would like it for yourself, just fill out the form and you can just put it in that box. And it will be held in prayer, held by the people who are on the chaplain team.
Whatever your faith, background, race, gender, sexual orientation, age, or ability, you are welcome here. We come together to encourage you and support one another in our individual spiritual journey. Wherever you are in that process, we are glad you joined us today. So I'd like to introduce our music team, Emma Chenier on the piano, and our vocalist, Angelica Chaka. Turn the page. Okay. I'd like to remind everybody of our online service. We're a little behind in our our video. But we have a 24/7 prayer support with Silent Unity. And the phone number is 1-800-NOW-PRAY.
Are you doing prayer?
I am going to do a prayer, an opening prayer. I am. I got it. Okay, so if everybody would just like to take a nice breath in and out, become present to your body, to the space, to the light within. I face this day with unlimited carefree. Today, I make the choice to release my worries and live a carefree life, moment by moment, I am mindful of my abundant store of rich blessings. My life is full, and I claim my good with every affirmative thought. Not only do I bless my life by letting go of tension, I bless my community by allowing others to live their lives free from my judgments and criticisms. As a source being, we are free to make choices and take the steps we are meant to take. Gratefully, we go about our day with ease and grace. My mind is at peace. I am safe and secure in the heart of God. So be it.
Thank you, Joanne. Now it's time for some music. What do you have for us today?
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'll ask if you're able to stand. Our first song for congregation will be I Am the Thinker Who Thinks the Thought. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. If you ask me who am I am wisdom, I am light, I am more than meets the eye, I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. If you ask me what am I am beauty, I am joy, I am more than meets the eye, I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. I can choose to be the light and brighten someone's darkest night. I'm so much more than meets the eye. I cannot be defined. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought that changes things that shape my life. I am the thinker who thinks the thought I have the power to change my life. One more time. I have the power to change my life. I have the power to change my life. Thank you, everyone. Our next song will be The Power of Now. The power of now is always present, nowhere to be. then where you are, the power of now flows oh so gracefully. The power of now is always perfect, nothing to be than who you are. The power of now flows oh so easily. Be willing to let go of everything you think you need to know. Oh, be strong enough to let go of everything you think you need to control. For everything goes away. Let everything wash away. The power of now. The power of now is ever flowing, connecting the soul to the one. The power of now unfolds so peacefully. Be willing to let go of everything you think you need to know. Oh, be strong enough to let go of everything you think you need to control. For everything goes away. Let everything wash away. The power of now. The power of now. The power of now. The power of now.
Thank you, everyone. You may be seated.
Wow, that was beautiful. Good choices in the songs, and thank you for sharing the background music and your lovely voice. Such a pleasure to listen to. Okay, let's get back on track. So, the Unity Spiritual Center is a progressive spiritual community that emphasizes personal growth, living consciously, and making a positive difference in the world. As part of the New Thought and the worldwide unity movement, we strive to be compassionate, inclusive, open-minded, service-oriented, abundant, and spirit-filled.
Unity teaches that each person is a unique individual expression of God. Our realization of that truth evolves as we expand our consciousness through prayer and meditation. Unity emphasizes that we create our experience of life according to the thoughts and feelings we hold in mind. Affirmative prayer is the highest form of creative thought, while meditation stills the mind and heightens our awareness of our oneness with Spirit, each other, and all life. Living from that awareness transforms our lives and the world.
And our monthly affirmation for August is, I am centered and poised in the Christ mind, and nothing can disturb the calm peace of my soul. Will you affirm that with me, please? I am centered and poised in the Christ mind, and nothing can disturb the calm peace of my soul.
Now it is time for some special music.
All right, today's solo is Unity the Song.
Every prayer is answered, every prayer is heard, every thought and feeling, every spoken word, what your soul has longed for, what your heart can feel, is already here, is already real. There is no out there, there is no one else. You hold all the answers deep inside yourself. What your soul has longed for, there's no you, no me. There's just one, there's just unity. One power, one presence, one light to lead the way, all loving, all knowing, that answers when you pray. When the world looks darkest and your eyes can't see, gather all your troubles, give them all to me. I am always with you, I will always be. There is one, there's just unity. We are one, we are unity.
Camera. Hey everybody, let's just give them a wave. Hello and welcome. So, there are two ways of getting understanding. One is by following the guidance of spirit that dwells within, and the other is to go blindly ahead and learn by hard experience. Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, said that, and was he ever right on? I think we call that the school of hard knocks. Been there, done that. And I suspect a lot of us are willing to learn an easier, gentler method, the Spirit way. We're learning our spiritual tools so that we can go the gentle, easy path that Jesus promised us. Did he not? My yoke is light, my burden is easy. The Christ, he was speaking to the Christ Spirit within himself, the Christ Spirit within us. The yoke is light, the burden is easy. I'm discovering this as I learn to get in touch with my true self and discover the authentic feelings and emotions that I'm really feeling. Sometimes we can really shut down when we start feeling murky, just this icky feelings, all bunched up, can't eat, can't relax, because our body tenses up and we need to stop, sit down, be with it, feel it, and go from there. Share it with a trusted friend. These are spiritual tools, getting in touch with self and sharing and getting in touch with our beloved community. Following the guidance of our inner spirit takes much fortitude, because we gotta look in the murkiness of the subconscious, don't we? We must face our feelings and listen to the messages that they have for us. We must question our habits and mindsets. Curiosity is that spiritual power that allows us to question what's going on. That awareness that we are invites us to question. So we have heard the phrase, thoughts held in mind produce after their own kind, which basically means whatever we focus on consistently, we manifest in our everyday reality. We know that's true. However, if every thought that we ever thought manifested, we'd be in big trouble. So it's not totally true. To get to the essence of that truth, Reverends Cher and Bill Holton, along with Reverend Paul Hasselbeck, point out feeling is needed to really manifest that thought. So their affirmation they offer to us is, thoughts held with feeling produce after their own kind. So thoughts held with feeling produce after their own kind. Something to consider as you're working to manifest the reality that you want in your life. All of our human family, along with sentient beings on our planet, feel and feel deeply. We are coming to acknowledge this more and more in our society, aren't we? But do we understand our feelings? I believe we're in this turning point of not being allowed to look at our mental health and our emotional health to like, okay, let's turn this ship around. Let's give ourselves the permission that we need to really dig deep and let ourselves feel. Brené Brown talks about permission, doesn't she? I love the fact that that woman walks around on a creative project with her pockets stuffed full of permission slips. And her whole team does the same thing. she says things like, I give myself permission to ask questions even when it's awkward. Right? Today, I give myself permission to speak my truth. I am vulnerable. I give myself permission to be seen. I am unique. What can you give yourself permission to do today? And do you dare to write it down and stick it in your pocket and really live it? So, Bobby Joe, what does that plaque say?
Inspire. You really can change the world if you just let the world see.
Okay, you might not have heard her voice, so I'll repeat it. Inspire. You really can change the world if you just let the world see you. And so I put that on the altar because it's my guiding light to allow myself to be seen. And getting in touch with our feelings also helps us to get in touch with our inner child. And this is me, and you probably can't see it, but I'm going to put it on the altar as representational of all of our inner children. Your inner child, yours, 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 yours. And I'm going to put it up here because we're going to honor our true selves today. So, feelings. The inner child has a lot of feelings. I have a handout that I shared with you today. It's from The Nonviolent Communication by Marshall Rosenberg. Do you guys have a handout? And a lot of times we go with this mad, sad, glad, right? And it's a great starting point because it gets us talking with our partner, with our trusted friend, and gets us moving in the direction of healing and getting in touch with our authentic self and getting on that centered ground again of knowing the truth. I am a child of God, and I am unique, and I am perfect in my wonderfully imperfect expression of God. So you'll notice there's a lot of feelings. When I'm sharing with my husband my feelings, he says, wow, and you're not even through the A's yet. Because we can be feeling more than one feeling. We can be feeling 10 feelings interchangeably all at once. And so that is my invitation to you to take a look at getting a vocabulary. And what I find is when I spend time with my prayer partner and we're in some muck and we got to work through it, what we'll do is we'll get out this sheet and we'll go through together, we'll go through the feelings, and we walk away from that interchange with each other empowered. We matter. Our feelings matter. We validate our feelings with one another, and we heal one another. Because those feelings have messages for us from our subconscious, and they allow us to get to the truth of our being. They'll say, Mama, this is wrong. You got to heal me. You got to take me where I can heal. Is it a counselor? Is it a trusted friend? Is it a walk in nature? What is it? Heal that child. Heal. feelings will often lead us to false beliefs that have hidden in our subconscious. Okay, they're messengers. Myrtle Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, says this in her gem of a book, How to Let God Help You. Once you become master of yourself, you will not stir up a cloud of negativeness when you discover some hidden corner in your mind that needs to be free. The unpleasant condition is just temporary, and it is dissolved by the truth that you are, and the truth of what you've been thinking. Just as the best housekeepers use modern appliances to enable them to do their work with the least inconvenience and best results, she could have been an ad for Hoover or something, right? You are helped by using the spiritual methods in renewing your consciousness and setting your body temple in order. The line that jumped out at me was, when you discover some hidden corner in your mind that needs to be free. And I thought of how feelings can be messengers sent from these hidden corners, these hurts, these wounds that carry the false beliefs, that wait to be freed by you, by me. So learning vocabulary for our feelings is a great way to get in touch and to honor and to get in touch with that false belief. So I have been getting in touch with some false beliefs. Yesterday I took a memoir workshop, and one thing I made a mistake. I forgot to bring milk and cream to, as I had promised, to Gertrude's writing room. And when I walked into the room, I realized my mistake. So I went out and got the milk and cream, and I came back. But I had a sense of shame that I had lost focus. And this happens to me in my life, where I show up a couple minutes late, and I'm not organized, and I forget things. And the kindness of my friend, when I took her aside a few minutes later, and I said, I feel shame that I let go of the ball that way. She held my hand. How can I help you release it? And I said, just by speaking it with you, I feel that I can release it. And so I did. And as I went through the day and realized that was a healing for me, because in the past I didn't have a kind person like this. I had criticism, and so I was stuck in that wound. So later, when I was talking with my husband about what happened, who also is my kind partner, he and me were talking and about it, and he was supporting me with his kindness. And I realized it came to me with what the false belief was. And that was, it's too much for me. This memoir writing is like, other writers are they know what they're doing. I don't. This is too much, too big. I'm not ready for this. That was the false belief. And so when I buy into that false belief, I get intimidated, I get fearful, I get nervous, I feel nervous, I feel fearful, and I start avoiding. I start avoiding, like, I forget to get the milk and cream, and I show up a couple minutes late because I'm taking too long to get going. I'm avoiding. This was a eureka moment for me, okay? My whole life have this habit, and I didn't realize it was avoidance. And I'm sure everybody else knew. She's avoiding. But I overcame a blind spot for myself. And I was celebrating that yesterday with my husband, that I know myself a little better now. And that's actually a lot better, right? Not even a little better, because now I can overcome that false belief with an affirmation. I can do this. I can write. I can, and I did. It's so wonderful that I let go of that shame, because that would have stopped me from learning yesterday. And I related with those other writers. I sobbed. They sobbed. Like it was a vulnerable experience being with those women yesterday, talking about our family stories. And can you imagine if I would have stayed stuck in that shame? I would have just been scared and nervous all day, right? So this is what I'm sharing my story with you, so that you can also discover your false beliefs by daring to feel your feelings and share them with a trusted friend, or however it is that you want to work through them. Whatever works for you. It can just be a walk in nature. It can be meditation. It can be writing. And then, if you don't have a prayer partner, this community is a good place to find one. Someone you can trust, get to know, pray with, and be a friend and have a friend. Where did I get those pages from? Did I tell you yet that it is this book? I think I did tell you. Okay. So I invite you to create safe spaces for yourself. Share your feelings. Dare to listen to them, to the message they have for you. What are you saying to me, self? What's going on? I have an affirmation that I made for myself that I'd like to share with you. I affirm that I am a child of God, and I do not inherit old ways of believing. How do you like them, apples? So repeat that after me. I am a child of God, and I do not inherit old ways of believing. I am a child of God, and I am unique and beautiful. I am a child of God, and I am unique and beautiful. And all my feelings matter. All your feelings matter. They really do. So I invite you to give yourself lots of permissions. How am I feeling right now? Go through the list. Journal. Stop, listen, and learn about yourself. Your wise self wishes to teach you everything you need to know. Papua New Guinea's Asaro tribe shares this wisdom with us. Knowledge is only a rumor until it lives in the bones. Let us take this message into meditation. I am inspired to heal myself. I am inspired to step into my wholeness. I let myself experience oneness now with all parts of me. My true self understands me perfectly. I align myself now with Spirit in complete acceptance of what I am, of who I am. I enter the inner sanctum now, my place of silence. Coming back to this place, this space of unity. When you are ready, wiggle your toes, your fingers, open your eyes. May you know how blessed you are and what a blessing you are to the world. Peace.
Thank you, Marietta. That was lovely. So many things stood out, but what I particularly liked was that list you sent around about what it feels like to have your needs met and what it feels like. I mean, it's just a great way to, even if you don't know your needs are met, but you could identify with the feeling and go backwards, find out what you need. So anyway, I found that it just really well done. So thank you so much for sharing your insights. Appreciate it so much. And again, thanks to Emma and Angelica for sharing your talents with us. It's always a pleasure. So let me talk about our core values. And our mission, well, it says core values. But let's talk about the Unity Spiritual Center of Windsor, and it's all about the center. Windsor, the center is a progressive spiritual community that emphasizes personal growth, which Mary had
Okay, I think we're
very
on.
well demonstrated in her experience, living consciously and making a positive difference in the world. As part of a new thought and the worldwide unity movement, we strive to be compassionate, inclusive, open-minded, service-oriented, abundant, and spirit-filled.
Okay. So I'm going to
You know what? I
do our
skipped a part.
vision
Yeah,
statement
thank
now.
you.
Yeah. So let's take to heart our vision, mission, and statement of being. And you'll see this up here on the screen. So.
We have a global vision. I forgot to turn a page. That's how we learn, through repetition. We have a global vision. Will you please speak it with me? Our vision is a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening.
And we have a sacred mission. Will you please say that with me? We inspire
And
empower spiritual growth to awaken us and transform the world.
And we have a personal statement of being. Will you please say that with me? I am a dynamic center of the Christ light, mighty to unfold my good and radiate that good to all. We also have a few announcements we'd like to let you know about. Check our weekly newsletter for all the classes and spirit groups that are available. We also need volunteers for our outreach. So join the team to help develop initiatives actively support the needs of our community. You can contact Reverend David or Donovan Orski, our board president.
Wednesday, August 17th, from 7 to midnight, we're having a special fundraiser with the emphasis on fun. A barbershop bar with karaoke, special entertainment, and door prizes. Food and beverages are available for purchase. Presented by our fundraiser team of Steve Parker, Lou Hamelin, Mariette Jones, and Donna Wojnarowski.
So join Mariette in the exploration of new and old ways of thinking, a conversation about vegetarianism with Charles Fillmore. She will be using the booklet, The Forgotten Teachings of Charles Fillmore, and how our relationship with animals connect to universal love, ethical living, spiritual development, world peace. And that's on Sunday, August 21st at 12:30 in the youth education room upstairs. Yay, bingo's back at All Star Gaming Center on Walker Road. In community partnership, the Unity Spiritual Center bingo sessions are daily from 11:45 a.m. to 2 p.m. daily, and the game room is open daily.
Please join us next Sunday, August 14th, with Kelly Isola will be our guest speaker.
And I'd like to mention again that we have our prayer chaplain, Lucy Croker, with us, who's available for prayer directly after the service in the prayer chapel upstairs.
And please join us for fellowship and conversation directly after the service today in our fellowship hall upstairs.
Just as a reminder, all of our classes, programs, and services are made possible by your generous donations. Our heartfelt thanks for your continuous support. We've created many easy ways to donate, which you will find on our website.
And we have a love offering box near the foyer door over here with offering envelopes, pens, and you can drop in your tithe or love offering as you leave the chapel. And again, thank you and bless you for your loving and generous support.
We invite you now to stand up and let's open our hearts and minds in gratitude as we close by speaking out loud or silently to ourselves our love offering prayer, followed by the peace song and closing with the prayer of protection. Divine love, in me and through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is. I am divine. Thank you for joining us today, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, everybody.
And have a great
day.
week.